Today, I'm going to give you a Whitlock at the end of the show. I'm going to go back in on the Justin Rohrwasser controversy. You don't want to miss it. But we're going to start by rolling out to the Bay Area and visiting with our friend of the show, Rick Bucher, and start with an NBA topic. Rick, our NBA analyst and expert, CNBC reporting that NBA agents and executives want Adam Silver to move on from the 2020 or the 2019-2020 NBA season and just cancel it. But our man LeBron James completely disagrees, tweeting out, saw some reports about execs and agents wanting to cancel the season. That's absolutely not true. Nobody I know is saying anything like that. As soon as it's safe, we would like to finish our season. I'm ready and our team is ready. Nobody should be canceling anything. All right, Marcellus, who do you believe here, CNBC or LeBron James?
I believe CNBC. I believe the report. We all know in life that there's no good way to deliver bad news. And what most people do in those situations is they procrastinate, they delay it, and they just hope for the best. And I think that's where we are right now in that delayed process to deliver probably some bad news. And if you look at it from the commissioner's perspective, Adam Silver is trying his best to say, hey, guys, I'm weighing out all the options, all the factors. I need all people to bring their genius to this equation. But the reality is our country is not functioning properly. How do you expect our NBA league to hit the ground running and function properly? So the logistical nightmare that must be present when discussing this, and that's just on paper. We're not talking about actually trying to live that out. So LeBron James, who I truly respect, who I think, like many of players, if not all, wants to get out there, is not looking at this in its complete entirety. LeBron James also was the same guy who said he wouldn't play without fans and had to quickly walk that back. I think in this situation, he may have to walk it back as well.
I fully believe LeBron James. When have I not? I've always been a big believer in everything that LeBron says. In this case, I do believe him because it is corroborated by what I've heard from execs and agents from the beginning of this quarantine. And I checked with a number of them again this morning after this story came out, and they have basically said the same. As Marcellus noted, the one guy who's been negative has been LeBron James when he said he didn't want to play without fans and was worried about playing after a layoff and didn't want to play if it meant being quarantined from his family for a couple months. But what I've heard consistently is that the executives certainly want to get back. The players want to get back because they've got money at stake here as much as anybody else. The executives quietly have had their salaries reduced. If there is no resumption of the season, the salary cap for next year is going to be a nightmare for them to deal with. So they certainly want to get back and play. Now, the one reservation that I've heard legitimately is the optics of if they come back and play and they they're readily testing all of the NBA players in order to do that, and that testing is not readily available for the general public, that would be a bad look. But the anticipation is that that testing will be widely available for the general public as much as it is for special interests like entertainers, the extremely wealthy, professional athletes. And so they'll be able to get around that. But the idea that anybody in the NBA doesn't want to resume this season, it simply doesn't match up with what I've heard.
Yeah, listen, I totally believe LeBron James here. And this is just good business sense. You know, this is about cream. Cash rules everything around me. The cancellation of the NBA season could be devastating for the league in the near and potential long-term future. Are there some executives perhaps that would like to mail it in? Maybe the Golden State Warriors. We've heard from Steve Kerr. He's already in off-season mode. Are there teams that are completely out of the championship playoff picture that maybe there's a handful of them? But the overwhelming majority of agents who are directly tied to the money their players are paid and the salary cap and all that, they have no motive for wanting this thing to be over with now. They need this to continue. Any smart executive knows this could be really, really damaging to the league's television partners. You've got stories. I just read somewhere Dan Wetzel was writing about, and the New York Attorney General was talking about, are fans going to start demanding kickbacks from cable providers for not having live sports and paying these exorbitant fees? So, look, CNBC got a hold of a couple of people, but when I think about who's really well-sourced in this league, LeBron James or CNBC on this one here, and I don't really think this is about LeBron James just wanting to win a championship. This is a guy that, again, he's ruled by money, and he wants the league to be healthy, and it's in his best interest for it to be healthy. Marcellus, I completely believe LeBron James here.
Well, I think we're talking about two different things. In terms of desire, everyone's uniform and wanting the season to come back. But we're talking about reality, and I think that's where the schism lies. The schism is what's inevitable. And you can have all the optimism in the world, but if it's inevitable that you're not going to be able to play going forward, that's where this report is landing in terms of that population of people who are like, look, Adam Silver has always erred on the side of caution. It's almost 2 months removed from the last NBA game played, and we don't have one greater understanding of when we're going to play. So some of those people are being realists, not pessimists, just not an optimist anymore, because they're like, what is the reality of all of this coming together? You still have to finish the regular season, still have to finish the postseason. We still have to pick the location, logistics. We have to have fulfillment and people in place. The testing PR angle that Rick Bucher brought up is a huge one. Los Angeles just said that they want all of their residents to be tested, and they will allow for that. But that is not nationwide. So I'm just talking in short of the issues. And I think some execs are saying there are more issues than that, and we're no closer to the finish line. We might have to blow it up.
No, you're right, Marcellus, in that there are a lot of bridges to cross here. But Jason is also right. No doubt the Knicks, the Warriors, the teams that are out of it, they don't see any reason for for their seasons to resume. And at this point, the timeline doesn't allow them to pick up where they left off. It is going to be going almost directly into the playoffs. But we're talking about $1 billion here that is at stake and completely wrecking the league as it stands. And keep in mind, they're already talking about next season starting in December. That is a true indication that they are anticipating that they're going to finish this one.
All right, we got to keep it rolling. We're going to move to the authority on the NFL, Peter King, Football Morning in America. We're going to talk about Jordan Love joining the Green Bay Packers. We're going to pull up at Peter King's crib. Speak for yourself from the crib, presented by Hyundai. More after this.
If you need a new appliance now, no matter what kind of appliances you need, the Home Depot has the help you can count on. Complete your entire order online. Check ratings and reviews. Schedule free delivery. And get the appliances you need without even leaving home. Go online now to see special buy savings like this LG stainless steel refrigerator. Only from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It's Velveeta shells and cheese versus the other guys. Clearly, Velveeta melts creamier.
The United States Postal Service is here to deliver your mail and packages, and the peace of mind of knowing that essentials like prescriptions are on their way. Every day, all across America, we deliver for you, and we always will.
The King is calling to tell us about the 3-for-3 deal.
I get a double cheeseburger.
Fries?
I get a drink.
For only $3?
That sounds like a win-win-win situation.
Good times are calling with a 3-for-3. Order it on the BK app. Your way, way better.
At U-Haul, we know moving can be stressful.
Hey guys, can you all help us move?
It's tough to find the right help for the job.
I'm busy that weekend. Sorry, man. I didn't tell you what weekend.
That's why we created MovingHelp.com. MovingHelp.com is an online marketplace for booking reliable, affordable muscle for your move.
Thank you.
Find the right team for the right time at a locked-in price. Safe, convenient, reliable. Moving Help, powered by U-Haul. Your move made easier.
Cats will do anything for the irresistible taste of Temptations treats.
What are you doing?
Check this out.
Temptations, all it takes is a shake.
Brett Favre and Desmond Howard lead Green Bay back to glory in a wild Super Bowl 31. Friday at 7 Eastern on FS1.
911, what's your emergency?
There's been a train crash. This is a mass casualty situation.
The 911 season finale begins Monday on Fox.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Honey?
We ordered twins for each of the kids, a dog bed for Ziggy, and a king.
The king has arrived. You ever seen your dad cry?
Setup was super easy.
Yeah!
We got 100 nights to try it. I'll be 10 by then, so I'm out of my own place.
Really? Sweet.
I think the kids like it.
Yeah, I think they like it a lot.
That's my dog!
Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the crib. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus, Wiley. Speak for Yourself presented to you by Hyundai. Time to pull up in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's in the house. Brooklyn, New York.